Are you waiting for us? You're supposed to
start. Yeah. Go.
Start. Welcome to Idara Girl. Hello.
No.
Mom, all what you're doing is going to be showing on this. Just allow her. Come this way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Idara Girl, and today we're going to be making sticky toffee pudding with my mom Stella.
Hello.
And Idara Girl.
Hi.
So without further ado, let's get started.
Come back, and here is our little princess Emanuela. So she decided to come grace us with her beautiful presence and just introduce the recipe for the day. So thank you so much, Emanuela.
Okay, thank you.
She's so shy. So hi, hello everybody, hope you all have been keeping great, and yeah, this is another episode, and today I'm taking over my friend's kitchen. This is my beautiful friend Stella. Come and say hello.
Hello.
She was gracious enough to allow us, you know, do whatever we want to do in her kitchen, and so we're just going to be making sticky toffee pudding, and you know, it's the holiday seasons, and we just thought, why not share recipes, all the sweet delicacies that you know, we would recommend for your home this time. So it's a beautiful recipe, and I hope you try this out. So there is no direction to this video. Let's just we're just going to be talking, baking, throwing everything into the mixer, and hopefully we'll have a beautiful sticky toffee pudding at the end of the day. I'm going to leave all the measurements in the description, so because while we are talking we probably will not remember what grams of what we are putting inside, but yeah, we'll let you know what we do. So yeah, welcome. Stella, what are we going to be doing today? Besides the sticky toffee pudding, we're going to be chit-chatting.
Yes, of course.
You need to be. Okay, so let's get started. What is sticky toffee pudding? Sticky toffee pudding is just a beautiful dessert that you can have hot or cold. I think it tastes better hot.
Yes,
yeah, it tastes better hot. But yeah, so that's what we are going to be doing. I told her that what we are going to be doing is we are going to be chit-chatting, asking questions. What's happening in Nigeria? What is happening? In fact, that our country, God bless Nigeria. What's happening in Nigeria? What's happening around the world, you know, and what's, you know, generally this is just girl time. So enjoy the what is razzmatazz or whatever we are going to be doing. And I'm sorry, because of how the camera is placed, most of the time we are going to be standing this way, face this way. So yeah, because her mixer has to stay here, so we can't really stand. Where do we move it to?
No, maybe let's.
No, it's fine. Let's do that. Oh no, I hope we didn't break something. Let's stay there. So you come now because you're going to be helping.
All right.
Or was it Emanuela that was going to be helping as well? Okay, so let's start.
Okay.
Okay, so Stella is just going to help me, you know, put the measurement, and we are going to be using a stand mixer. This cake, really, you don't need a stand mixer. If you have strong arms, you can do, or if you have a hand mixer, it's just because all you just need that for is just the butter and sugar beet. And yeah, oh, we're supposed to soak the dates in hot water.
What are you not using dates?
The mistake I made was we didn't put our dates in hot water, and it's really not necessary. You can always put your dates in cold water and add bicarbonate of soda, or you use boiling hot water. So I think we just go for the warm water because we're already
already.
So our date is just going into a bowl to start soaking, and butter
Okay.
170.
170.
Yes. In goes the butter, sugar, because the thing with this cake is really you can make it as sweet as you want, but this recipe I'm going to be sharing with you is a lovely recipe. It's not overly sweet, and yeah, so I think 2 of that would do. So recently I'm feeling shy because Manuela is here. That's why Manuela, go so that I can talk. Then you watch the video, okay? Recently, something happened on, you know, like more on the Nigerian internet space. So a top celebrity we all know, I think it was mistakenly, because even though a couple of people kind of said that it was intentional, but I would genuinely believe that no one would intentionally you know, I won't say no one, a person of her caliber or status wouldn't intentionally want to put such out. Well, either way, something came out which was detrimental to her person and her whatever. But what I'm about is, after I, you know, listened, heard, and things have been happening, Stella, we have to be getting this sticky toffee ready, because if not, it's not going to work. I hope you guys don't mind the sound of the, maybe I should just ask the question first, and then when we turn it on, you answer. So, my take on it is the question I want to ask her. So, put your face on the camera. Let's ask this question.
Okay.
2 consenting adults, 2 full-grown adults have decided, for whatever reason, that they want to keep a memory of their time together. So, you know, this thing is just logically, I mean, people go on trips, or you know, you just wear a nice dress and you want to keep a memory of how you look. You take a picture or you do a video of yourself. People travel, you know, with family, they take pictures, do videos to keep memories. Is there anything wrong? Is there anything wrong if 2 consenting adults that are in a relationship, or maybe in this case I need to ask this question directly, 2 married couple that are in that time consenting, they understand what they are about to decide on, and they now decide to keep a memory of their time together. God.
It's not dying.
Keep a memory of their time, you know, in the other room. Is it really bad? Is there a wrong to it? You know, you're going to answer this question in 2 ways. General perspective and a Christian perspective. And then maybe I'll also share my take on the question. While we are doing the sticky toffee pudding, in fact, this pudding at the end of the day, I wonder what it's even going to come out to.
It's gonna be fine.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay, so what do you think? While she's thinking, I'll add the next ingredient. Okay, I think we should just mix while I break the eggs.
Okay. Are they married?
Nobody can hear you. She's trying to answer the question while the mixer is on, so that no one will hear. Maybe we should give it 2 minutes while she's thinking and deciding. She's asking me whether married. No, they weren't married. I mean, because see, you know, marriage is an ideology. As far as my mom shouldn't go and watch this video. But no, this is us being real. It's just like age, you know. They say age is nothing but a number. Because you see children doing, you know, thinking way far ahead or way be above their age gap. And same with I think marriage, you know, because see, I think our circle or our orientation as Christians, and also us coming from an environment where family is such a key aspect of life. Have I said that right? So I don't even know. See, coming from a place where we value family, so it's very different. I think it's different based on your orientation of life. There are places where family is not of value, you know, like, okay, not family, okay, I said it wrong, so we'll start all over. That's why you need to be in this conversation. So she corrected me, and of course I knew I had said it. So I think it's just based on orientation. So we come from a place where she said marriage, yeah. Marriage is of so much value and importance, and there are other parts of the world where value where marriage is not of, you know, value. Oh God, marriage doesn't take such value space, you know, and that will really inform whatever decision people take with regards to this thing. But in this regard, this issue came from our side, where marriage is of value, family is of value, and all of those orientations will inform how we think, how we make decisions, and all of that. So, you being a full-grown adult and you're married, you know, so I've turned the question to you. Answer, what would you do?
Well, me being a full-grown adult and married, honestly, I don't think I'll make a video of myself in the future.
You're supposed to be.
I don't think
that is you. So now I ask the question: is it wrong?
Well,
is it wrong generally, and also is it wrong? I asked you answer the question with the general perspective and a Christian perspective. Is it wrong?
Well.
And then I'll answer afterwards.
That's a hard one, you know. Whether it's wrong, it depends on individuals, you know. If I say it's wrong, it might not really be wrong for A. And if I say it's not wrong, it might be wrong for some other person. But for me, I don't think I'll make a video of I don't think making a video of you making out with your husband or something, you know, what's the purpose? What's the logic behind it? What do you want to achieve?
Memories. Keep it memory. Enjoyment memory.
Is it for, okay, are they planning to, like, in the next 2 years to divorce? Or, you know, what's the
but even if you even have a plan to divorce, you don't need to keep such memory now.
So. I remember when you two of you were so much, well, in love. But aside that, really, I don't see why. I think
that won't even allow you the chance to move on. But I personally, okay, as a Christian, this answer you've given both generally.
But really, like I said, it depends on what each person likes, you know. Maybe she likes to have the video of, you know, everything, since she's a celebrity and she's always online or, you know, social media, you know. Somebody like me, I'm not
I've dragged you into it.
I'm not like into
I personally think that no, because you see, now when you're answering these questions, and that's the thing, viewers, how people view you and how I'm answering this question really from a neutral perspective. I have never disclaimer. Have you? So disclaimer, I have never been in that situation before. I've not had a a video of myself in that situation.
What situation?
But okay, no, it's not even a situation. I've not had a video of myself with my husband, my mom. Oh God, she should not watch this video. I've not had a video of myself in any what do people even call it? Self? What do they call it? What would you call that kind of video?
The video is not a sex video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a video of you, but this is like, when you're making that video, like you set the camera to the position in which people are. You won't call it porn because it's not for.
So what would you call it?
Because memories.
What memories? Oh.
video for memories. So disclaimer, I'm asking from a neutral perspective. I think if two adults, in this case, if you're married and the husband and wife, for whatever reason, whatever they were talking about, decide, I think we need to capture this moment or whatever, and they agree to it. I think is okay, because that is what they want. What is not okay is now if for whatever reason they don't put some kind of safety measures to ensure that the video is for their own private consumption. Because if it now gets out, that's where the issue is. I think that's where the issue is. Yeah. But then as a Christian, is it right? Like, I'm just imagining. What do you do? Because what do? You like set, because then you have the knowledge, so it's not going to come real, like sex is something that is spontaneous. It's not something that you. So
on that occasion it wasn't staged, it was
I think they knew, or maybe stage. Yeah, I think if you even set a camera up in the room and you know that you want to record yourself doing that, it's a stage thing. Because then you'll be doing it with the mindset that you're recording yourself. Yeah. So all the gesticulations and the will be exaggerated and all of that.
I'm sure there was an agenda, honestly. They had a motive, or maybe not the way it came up, Probably they wanted it to.
I need knife also. How do you break? Okay, you do. 4. 4. So what has happened is that we've been creaming the butter and the sugar, and for this recipe, I don't know if I mentioned, demerara sugar is your best option, but you can use any sugar that you have. Do you have brown sugar? Brown sugar. If you have light brown sugar and dark brown sugar, you can mix both together and you still get something nice as well. I think we are still coming back to another discussion. Let's just quickly mix this, and that's it. So now that this is in, we're just going to add do you have vanilla? So we're going to have we're going to add vanilla and milk and the dates. The measure. I bake from the heart. She told me there's measuring spoon. I don't measure, I bake from the heart. But we are going to leave the recipe below, and it's 350 milliliters of water for 350 grams of flour. And then the dates, you can put as much or as little. So we just added 250 grams of dates, which I think is a lot for this recipe, because then you're still going to have the sweet toffee sauce over it. So you just have to, with this, you just have to control the sweetness to your own taste. If you like sweet things, you can add as much dates as you want, and you can even increase the quantity of the sugar. We didn't, we just used half of the sugar. So like I said, I'll leave the recipe for this particular sticky toffee pudding in the description box. Okay.
Okay.
So we have been soaking our dates and we are just going to pour it in. Do you know, funny enough, I used to like it like when you can taste some dates.
Okay.
Like when you're eating, but chances are by the time it bakes you won't even see. There's this date I bought from what do they call it, Spice of Asia. Those ones that still has the seeds inside.
Okay. Not the pitted one.
Don't clean up, let's see you. That's not cake now. What is wrong with this woman? So for this we are using organic whole milk. I think I'll put in the description box you know, measurements if you have powdered milk and you want to do that. So this is just liquid milk, and as you know, all of these organic things really affects taste. Try as much as possible to buy the best options that you can find. Organic ones are very good. You have the best of the, you know, best of the yumminess coming through. So
if you were using dry powder,
what?
If you were using the powdered milk, the dry.
Yeah, I think I have one thing I saw behind the needle tin. See, okay, if you have needle milk behind the tin, it tells you one measurement. I'm supposed to do 200 ml of whole milk goes inside as well. I think a tiny bit more, so I'll leave it. And then we have an important ingredient, charcoal, black charcoal. If you, I don't know what this option is in other parts. So you know, when we were in Nigeria growing up, my aunties that used to bake, they used to use one thing they call browning.
Yes.
This thing goes almost, but I saw browning in Asda, and it's like they just call it browning. I think it's even these people that make it. Those people, Lyle and Scott, I think those people that make syrup. There's this browning that they have, but you find it in the savory section that you're supposed to use it. You know, like there are all these, there are beef, what they call it, beef gravy and stuff. They add all those things to it, so it's more like a savory addition. But funny enough, I've used it to make cake, fruit cake before, and it was okay, but it doesn't do what this treacle does to sticky toffee pudding. So this thing, I don't know, they say it's some kind of reduction of sugar. I don't know. Google to see what it is. But in here we'll just add. So
it dilutes the sugar inside.
No. That's the thing itself is like a byproduct of cane sugar. You know, like well, all those sugars when they like, well, just as how you have brown sugar. What is the other one called? Oh, I've forgotten.
The sweetener.
No. The very dark, you know, there's light brown sugar, dark brown sugar, and there's the one that is almost
really.
I'll check now. So these are all like byproducts of sugar, but this particular one does something to sticky toffee pudding. You see, if you want to have sticky toffee pudding that you cannot leave in the fridge for till the next day, add this thing. And you also have that, as I said, you also have to be careful with the sugars as well, because this is also, it's not as sweet. Test it now.
Sugar.
It's a byproduct of sugar. So I think when they are manufacturing sugar, this is like the burnt aspect of it.
It's not sweet.
It's not sweet, but it adds some kind of sweetness. 350. This is 500, so you do have fun stuff. Sticky toffee pudding pan ready. If you have friends coming around, you can just do it in this foil tin, because when you're done, you pour your sticky toffee over and, you know, just slice it. People finish eating and you squeeze this and throw it in the bin. You don't need to bother about washing. Can't you reduce the maybe you should stop it and scrape the side so that And this your. Okay, so recently, I mean, even though some ladies actually enjoy the lifestyle, you know, you have nothing to bother about, nobody, you don't have to wake up in the morning and, you know, be thinking of what you're going to tell your boss if you're late and all of that. They just, I don't know if like when people were growing up, because there are some people like that who say, I don't want to work a day in my life, I just want to enjoy myself, you know, my husband will take care of every other thing and I just want to have babies and enjoy myself. But then you realize that you get into the home, you have the babies, and these babies grow up, they don't remain babies forever. And when once they grow up and they leave you, you know, maybe for that's us done though, before it now become bread.
Bread.
Show them, yeah, sticky toffee pudding is ready. It's looking really nice.
Leave no dough behind.
Leave no dough behind. Yeah. Do you know, like sometimes when I watch YouTube videos and you see people, they'll bake, they'll just take it out and they're leaving so much that I'm like, is this because of the video? Did they like go back and turn it in? Because me, I will make sure I scrape everything. Thank God for spatulas that can do the job of scraping without using your hand. You don't even need to cream your pan. I mean, if you're hoping to take out the pudding from the tin, then you can wow. Is it, I hope they're seeing. Oh my God, we did it.
It's looking yummy already.
So if you're hoping to take it out of the pan, yeah, you can cream your pan and dust it lightly with flour. But if you're not hoping to, or you know, use baking parchment paper, if you're not hoping to, you don't even need to cream the pan. Don't bother, and that even helps the thing, you know, rise a bit. Stella, I used to have one. Did you know all this Stella is like, as we went into school, that's how they used to call her, Stella. Do you know?
Taught me that as well.
God.
That as well.
How we've grown. So 150, yeah?
It's at 160.
Is that, do you always bake at 160?
Yes.
And it doesn't burn. Let me see the heat. Okay, yeah, 160 works for you. I bake 150, so it's just the. Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
So it's going to be on here for, I think, since it's 160, maybe 45 minutes. Yeah. But for me, when I do it 150, so I mean, it depends on your oven and the temperature settings in your oven. Some ovens at 150 might just be the same heat thing as 160. So 45-50 minutes you should be done, or at most 1 hour, but it shouldn't take that long. Especially with the fact that you've put it on a wide pan, an open wide pan, so it bakes faster. So what are we going to be doing while we are tidying up and getting ready to do the...
So you were saying something about the stay-at-home mom.
Be doing that, I'll be doing here.
So honestly, I don't think anybody wants to be a stay-at-home mom.
They don't understand until they get into that situation. Like, they don't feel... Do you know that I think maybe if you have been through a lot in life while you're growing up and you just want things to change for you and everything, maybe that's when you make such decisions, I think. And then you go in there and then you now realize that, what have I done?
Well, I wouldn't say that because honestly, for example, where we are now, it's very, you know, childcare is difficult to come back. You know, so most times you just say, you know what,
it's a safer option here, you understand, like it ticks all the boxes. You're saving money, you're saving energy, you know, even your, that's when I mean energy, like your human energy, the thought of maybe when you're doing childcare runs, taking your children here, going back to pick them, you know, all those sort of things. And also you're also saving with regards to you know, their safety, because once they are in other places, you know, you can never really say what happens and all of that. But then it's just for a period, you know. These ones that we're talking about, like the, what they call them, they'll say like that. I've never actually watched any of those things, but I just see the title and I'm like, what is the housewives of you know, like Atlanta or something. How do you manage your time if you really want to be a housewife? How does it all come together when your kids now go to school and there's nothing to keep you?
Oh, trust me, there's a lot to keep you. Oh.
Keep you busy. Except no, if you want to be a housewife, no cheating. You're not going to start a business or whatever. You're just going to wake up and take care of your children.
Do you know how difficult or how stressful? You know, you have kids, and then you have to wake up if your house, you know, you're fortunate enough there's no much traffic. You have to wake up early, sort out the kids' lunch and their breakfast, you know, and then you have to iron their clothes. Once you have to shower, and then you have to drop them off, and then you come back home. You need to tidy up the house, and before you finish tidying up the house.
But we are talking of like 7. I know. Well, but can you continue like that every single day of your life? That's why I don't understand if it's.
No. That's why I said it's for a while. So, you know, when they're all grown, like, you know, I would say when they're all in like primary school, going to secondary school, you know, at least at that point now they are a little bit self-independent, you know. Then you can now start to look for something, you know, to get yourself busy with whilst they go to school, you know. But at the same time, even while you're even doing the full-time housewife thing, you know, house mom, you can also empower yourself. You know, if you want to train.
Preach it, sister.
I know it's not easy. Don't mind me. I'm shocking my mouth here now. You know, whilst you're at home, you can, you know, learn 1 or 2 things, even if it means like these things. There are things that make money.
Yeah, there's YouTube. You know, if you don't even know what to do, you can just go on YouTube and just type in things that, you know, things to do or hustles, you know, side hustles or anything, you know. And it's such a wealthy place because you can learn a lot for absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
And it's now left for you to decide, do I want to take this business or this knowledge that I have now gained onto the next level, you know, start making monies from it. Even if you don't really need the monies in your home, you know, you're fortunate enough to have enough to take care of all your basic needs and wants. You can always make these monies to help, you know, other people who are really in need.
Do you know the one that baffles me or that makes me really like think is that, you know, when the men, they say, what have you been doing at home? You know, you're a housewife.
They have no idea.
You should have, look at everywhere so dirty, this one, that, you know.
But they don't know, especially when kids are young. It can be such a handful from morning till morning. Sometimes you don't even sleep. You don't sleep. Morning till morning. I remember when I just had my last one, and I've never experienced, you know, I always only used to hear colleague, or I've never experienced what it is. With my first 2 I didn't. But I was like, what is wrong? You know, there has to be something wrong with this baby. There were days that 2-3 straight days my mom and I won't have sleep because she can't sleep. You know, the baby, she wasn't able, if you keep her down, she's always turning her hair and crying. Sometimes she'll cry so loud, she'll cry for long periods of time, non-stop. We'll just put her, the only time she's calm is maybe if you put her on the shoulder and so my mom will do, and then she'll say, Dara, Because very soon she'll now give the baby to me, and when you have the baby you can't sleep. She'll just be catching, you know, she's literally just sitting on the chair and waiting for when I'll say, "Mommy, I'm tired, can you take over?" You know, in such a situation, we'll do that round the clock at night, and then maybe in the morning she's able to catch a bit of sleep.
But did you go to the GP?
I did. No, eventually, you know, earlier, maybe the first 1 month, we didn't really know what was happening, and it wasn't so intense. And it's like that thing has like a peak, a growth chart. It starts and it peaks and then it comes down, because by the time she turned 3 months, it was like nothing ever happened. You know, she would just sleep all through.
Yeah, they do.
But those early times was, you know, you can't even, because in the morning, how are you going to manage to even say you want to cook or wash? You know, if I didn't have my mom there with me, I'm sure, I don't know what would have happened, because only God knows. And then my husband walks away. There's no one at home. You have to deal with a baby with colic all through the night. How are you going to be able to function? So I think it's very insensitive if a man tells you that in the morning, because even except you're like, maybe he knows, maybe the night before you went out with friends or something. Hey, he has the right to say.
Even if you went out with friends, it's to get a fresh air, you know, to clear your mind from all those baby crying, husband one side nagging. sorry, I'm not saying husbands are nagging, no.
But husbands nag. Yeah. Then they get inherent born problem where they born carry gift. They born with the problem of nagging.
No, they don't ever accept it that they nag.
Because they are always seen as always right. Ego issues.
Yeah, exactly.
And you don't blame them. You just do. It gets better. Like I'm not my husband. This one, you know, you're almost 50, and things have changed. You know, a lot has changed. That's just the thing. As you grow with them, you realize that they are changing. Even the shouting, they are tired. They are tired. Like, you know, you bring him now. We've got little Nathan here. Nathan, say hello.
Hello. No, he's not interested.
Nathan's not in the mood. He's in the mood for cocoa melon.
Say goodbye. I'm away now.
He's come to give mommy a peck and go back. So yeah, men outgrow all of these things. Like the older they get, they just realize that, look, there's no much time again. Life is running out. No much time for shouting or. But yeah, seriously, if you're a stay-at-home mom, or our issue is not being a stay-at-home mom, because some people become stay-at-home moms, you know, like situations happen, you can't help it. Yeah. What we are talking about are the people who intentionally like decide, I want to be a stay-at-home mom when I get married and have kids. Nothing wrong with that. Just, you know, make the best of the spare time you have when you do have the time. Because I know eventually you do. When they grow up, when they start academy, or they say maybe not primary schools, but by the time they go into secondary school and so, they don't even need you around. That's the thing, like.
No, not then you'll not be going for coffees, you know. You got
coffee. I mean, you have friends like, you know. So yes, that's those housewives of Atlanta. You have to have friends that are also free on time. It's not the friends that you call to say I'm at work today or something.
But the thing is that stay at home, you know, moms that stay at home because either they have to look after their kids or they chose to. Or
they just want to be bougie. There are bougie girls like that now. Ladies are just saying no.
I don't think they genuinely, like, if you ask them, they will tell you some parts of them really want to work.
It's not true.
I'm telling you.
I'm telling you that I know someone that would tell you that she doesn't even want to work. She just wants to be a stay-at-home mom.
Well, maybe that one, I'm sure she would have a line.
Even me, I'm in that category right now. Things have so happened to me that I decide, you know, I wish I could have the opportunity not to have to work, you know. Yeah. You just wake up and things are done for you, like Aisha Buhari or something.
Oh.
Or all of
coffee, they'll just come and, you know, set it.
I think even like, you know, like the royals and all of that, maybe if they don't have all these other things that occupy their time, they'll probably, you know, these are things that can drive someone mental.
Yes, yes.
Because if you say, that's the thing, you think that being a stay-at-home mom is such a pleasurable thing, and then you go there and then your children go out to school, and maybe you're lucky you have someone in the house that helps you clean up, and you just realize there's nothing that you do with your time. You just wake up, make up, sit down, watch Netflix, you'll be tired, you know, nothing. Yeah. How are you going to do that 1 year, 2 years for the rest of your life? You probably start getting depressed, and eventually yeah, so for the sauce, basically you need double cream. Organic gives the best taste, or just buy any good brand that you have around. You need butter, and you need treacle, and you also need brown sugar. Okay, for this toffee sauce, there is no process to it. You're just putting everything together and bringing it to a boil. So with this now, it's about 130 grams of sugar, and you need 50 grams of butter, or 60 grams. You know, the more butter, the more tastier. Okay, make sure you make stuffy pudding with all these leftovers. So
yes, ma'am.
okay, so we are just bringing everything to a boil, and it should take about 5 minutes. You think it's too long?
It's 5 to 5 minutes.
No, yeah, sorry. It should take about 5 to 7 minutes, or even less, depending on how high the heat is. And you don't also want to put the heat too high so that it doesn't burn up the sugar. You want it to bubble together. You know, it starts off having one kind of taste, and then it tastes different when it boils. I mean, when the sugar starts caramelizing inside. Those salts, you won't really hear the punch, the salty punch. No, you don't have rock salt. Or sea salt. Boiling, and that's what you want. You just want it to bubble. You know, just like as you if you're wanting to caramelize sugar, the more it stays on heat, the more it caramel. So the more heat you apply to it, the more it changes in taste. You just want to. You want to taste. It's not so sweet.
It's good.
But if you want to add more,
it's good. No, it's not so sweet. It's good. Like that.
It's sweet
oh
too.
My gosh, this is amazing.
Okay, so that's us done with the sauce. I will come back when the cake is ready and we'll eat together. Hello everyone, so sorry that we didn't get to show when we brought out the cake from the oven, but literally it just came out well baked, and while it was still hot, I sliced it into you know, cubes, and just poured the sticky toffee sauce over it. And this is a better way to keep it in the fridge. If you're, you know, there, you see the sauce is all over it, and even when it's in the fridge, if someone wants to have it a day after, you're not bothered about pouring sauce over. You just take a slice and you have the sauce already drizzled over it. And yeah. You see the sides, it's very moist, it's very, you know, soft. The cake itself is not dense, and the toffee sauce is just amazing. Actually, doesn't have to say. Just try and tell me your honest opinion.
Okay, let's try it and see, right? It's really, yeah, it's very nice. It's really moist. And it's not so sugary.
Okay, yeah, that's
It's
best.
It's balanced, yeah. It's balanced.
I hope that was even okay. You can take as many pieces.
Oh my goodness, this is simply amazing, isn't it, Manila?
Yeah.
And I kind of always like it like the day after. You know, it's like everything tastes. I don't know. It's like it's nice on the day. But then it's like the day after, maybe because I'm the one who bakes it, you don't really have the appetite for it. But then the day after, you are now like lounging and.
This is good.
Yeah.
Really good. I know if I leave you, we'll finish this whole thing. Please. Please.
Eat
it's
with
nice.
caution. You can eat a maximum of 2 per day. That one I'm just talking.
I can go on and on.
My kids, I told you, they eat it as like you're eating workers' scripts. Just put it in the oven, and then if you have ice cream, oh, that is amazing. You can pair it with ice cream.
This is good. We definitely recommend this. Yeah.
So please check out the description for the recipe.
Yes.
And try this at home during the holidays. Invite friends over, or you can always do this as a gift for someone special. Thank you so much for staying tuned with us and all our naughtiness. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully I'll get to do more of this kitchen takeover Saturday with girlfriends sort of thing. I don't know who else is going to allow me into.
Yes, hope to have you soon again, you know. Yeah.
You hope to have me soon again?
Yes, yes. So we can do this yummy yummies, you know.
You've not told them the time of day that we are taking over the kitchen. Okay, so let's see. Maybe hopefully we'll come back into Stella'S kitchen, but yeah. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you. Bye. Manuela, you will finish it. I know.